Hi folks, welcome back for another adventure. So I picked up this rig out from around the Port Jervis area a while ago. And it had a couple of different problems. First of all, it does not have a rear axle in it. Secondly, it was in pieces. So I finally got a few minutes to look over the engine and figure out what's going on with it, and I'm trying to decide whether it's parts or a real engine. Anyway, it's a GY6 engine. Fairly common. They use these like on the Hammerhead and Carters, all those off-road go-karts. It's 150 cc's, and there it is. Unfortunately, this thing has a couple of terminal problems. Even though the compression comes in really good, looks like it's all ready to go. It's got big issues, right? I'm not quite sure how they got that crack there. I think they hit it right there. But here, take a quick look at what happens when you turn it over. I don't know, did you see the oil squirting out? I'm really rather not get the camera coated with it. So anyway, I wanted to see what was going on with it. It's basically unusable. One could start putting covers on these things, but if you could get a whole engine with some other components, minus reverse and minus the internal reverse, for somewhere around, you know, 150 to 200 bucks as a return, why would you put, you know, $50 in this cover and $75 into that cover and all that other stuff? So anyway, before I even started messing with it too much, I noticed the cracks, and you can see oil squirts out of those when you turn it on. It's missing all the covers. It's missing the fan. It's missing quite a few parts. I used Gorilla Tape here, but it's got cracks on the intake manifold. It's kind of in sad shape. I also noticed that this isn't turning. I figured I'd try to give it a start, and after I started it, we'll see if that turns. Let's put some gas in here. Claims it's full. What else do I have to do? I just have to turn this on. This is actually a GY6 12 volt CDI and coil, which is perfect. And if you see that pile of batteries in there with it, that's the 12 volts for it. Cool bat switch, and let's see what it does. Definitely smells like gas. Let's see if she's going to want to start. Excuse the, I got to kind of tickle the throttle while we're doing this, because I'm trying to do it with. It's definitely squirting oil all over the place, all on my arm and all. Starting fluid, WD-40. I normally put the starting fluid where I can find it quick, but that's not the case. Let's open up a can. Oh wait, starting fluid. Let's give it a hoot of this and see what she does. You want to make sure you get enough in there. Still nothing. Come on, girl, start. So it started, which is good, but this gear didn't go around. So I have to do some more looking at it. You can see by the dots all over the floor and the drippings and all. I don't like engines that leak oil, and I don't like engines that, like, every time you need to use them, you gotta, like, completely fill them, you know, put a quart of oil into them. Perhaps I'm not the greatest environmentalist in the world, but I'd rather not dump quart after quart of oil onto the ground. This little start thing was actually good, because now I determined the flywheel is okay. I determined that the pulse generator is okay. I determined the jug, the valves. I mean, I determined a bunch of this stuff. The starter obviously is good. So even though it's leaking oil and for some reason the transmission isn't turning, well, you know, I do have some good parts here. So what I am going to do, and I'll show you guys this part also after I take it apart, I am going to show you the transmission, the belt, and so forth. They call those transmission gears back here, even though it's not officially a transmission. It's just a set of reduction. But I'll show you guys the torque converter, and we'll see what's wrong with that. We can also pull this off, and I could show you it compared to the two-sprocket one that goes on the Hammerhead. This cart was known as the something buggy. It wasn't called the Hammerhead. It was called something buggy, moon buggy, or, you know, junk buggy. Should be known as junk buggy. It is interesting. It doesn't look like it's got a load of wear on the sprocket, so I'm kind of surprised it's in such horrible shape, but we'll see. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for dropping by to watch, comment, subscribe. Remember, feet down, heads up, and get out and enjoy each and every day. Bye now, folks.